Hey, it's Throwmouse Moto. I'm gonna do something, at least attempt to be helpful real quick. It's gonna be a quick video. I told you I was gonna toss out a couple quick ones after that long road trip video, but there was a topic going around in one of the Facebook groups about first time riding on the highway, so why not make a quick video on some stuff that I know about that, or some tips I think might be useful. On the Facebook group, it was Vanessa Brantley that ended up coming up with that question, and ended up getting a lot of traffic, so I figured it's something people might be interested in. There's a lot of cool feedback in there, some stuff definitely worth mentioning, and then of course I have my own things. It's really not that many as far as I go, but there's some stuff that I thought was pretty helpful that I keep in mind. I actually didn't have that much of an issue with it because I just wanted to jump out and go crazy and all that, but I definitely get it, and I definitely started a certain way and I'm more comfortable now. So this was my favorite comment on there. Ride at your own comfort level, always do a traffic check and mirror scan, which includes turning your head. That's important, especially when changing lanes. Always keep assured clear distance ahead for potential objects, danger, or hazards on the highway, and keep an escape route in case of an emergency. And definitely watch out and avoid riding near erratic drivers and truckers. I mean, that's all like the best stuff. I mean, like I said, there was a lot of comments on there, but this one is definitely all the little things. I mean, the main thing for me, this video is going to show me, I'm just going to loop around here on this little U-turn bridge and then get on the interstate going south. So we're getting there. So I'm not going to do any fancy editing back and forth. You can see I don't even have my Ryker camera on there. It's just helmet cam, so you can see it step by step. I know we do it in all of the videos, but we don't talk about it and really just kind of show it in one cut. So that's what's going on here. But really, just take everything that you know from riding, however you're riding now. I don't know if you're riding on country roads or just riding the access road the whole way to wherever you're going, but if you're doing that defensively and you've been doing that enough, then it's pretty much the same thing. And in Texas, our speeds from the access road aren't, a lot of time they're not that different from the interstate speeds. So you definitely want to be going to speeds with traffic on both. May not actually be, the speed limit at all. So just really going with the traffic. But the main thing that I follow, interstate or not, is following distance. And where it becomes more important is definitely the interstate, because you're going a lot faster. Stuff's going to be coming at you quick. So I may not always be following it, but you can see that truck in front of me right there. We're not even on the interstate yet. And you can see even when a car gets in front of me, I may be dipping out a little bit further behind, because whatever that car runs over or dodges around, I'm only going to have that response time that distance gives me. So if there's like a squirrel or something just shoots out the back of it, I only have, that distance from that car to me to react to it. So the further I follow behind the vehicle in front of me, that's definitely going to be the better, the best option for me. And if you're a Ryker owner, or you've been checking them out or riding on them, then you definitely know that the clearance isn't that good on it. So it's 70, I'm hitting it, going 70 at this point. If you watch back just then, I was going like 65. So going with the traffic right here is normally like 77, I'd probably say. So you can stick to the, the slow lane. It just really doesn't matter. I know that's a thing that a lot of people were saying as tips. I mean, that's all kind of obvious stuff. If you want to take it easy, then take it easy. If you want to jump on the interstate and then jump off or whatever, but really, like I said, if you're defensive enough, on the regular roads or whatever route you're normally taking, you're just taking that here. You're just kind of doing it at higher speed. One thing that definitely sets it apart is that you're working with 3 lanes here. So you have 2 different cars. Like that guy just got on right there on the right. So I definitely want to get around him fast, or maybe drop back, because he's probably going to keep going, either all the way to the fast lane or at least the middle lane. So I'll try not to stay like this right here. I might be comfortable there, but I'm just going to go ahead and get ahead of that guy too, because he may not see me. So some of the guidelines I follow, just to myself, is just not trying to really be in people's blind spots or just beside them, period, because I'm pretty sure no matter what position we are in a Ryker, as low as it is, I mean, they're probably just not going to see you. You got things like trailers like that too. Those sway around. You can see the guy on the right there, and he's probably definitely not going to see you, so just get around him. So I know a lot of times it may seem like I'm speeding or doing whatever, but really it's just me trying to get around people, because you know, I'm not trying to find out what they can see and what they can't see. Like this guy right here, I'm not going to try to stay in that position too much longer, so you can see my speedometer kind of dip back there, because I'm just going to let him get ahead. Different things like that. Same thing with the follow distance in that truck right there. I'm definitely not going to want to get any closer than that. I might in this video, and I may be a liar, but really, if I'm thinking about it, I don't want to be that much closer to him, because like I said, he can run over something, but if you know how low a Riker is, I cannot. So I only have the response time from when it shoots out the back of his truck, you know, to dodge it, move around, whatever. And then that's where, like I said, just going around him. It seems like, you know, if you don't normally ride them, that I'm driving crazy or doing whatever, but you just don't know. I mean, just like that vehicle right there on the far right, apparently I'm not going fast enough, so he's going to be passing. You see, I mean, look how fast he has to be going. If I'm going 77, and what is he going? Look, I'm going 78 now. That's crazy. And he's doing all that from the slow lane, so you don't know where they're coming from. So people say, you know, start off in the slow lane, blah blah. That's the slow lane. So I mean, if you want to get on the interstate, you just be ready, period, to be on the interstate. Just drive defensively and you'll be straight. Because in Texas, there's not really a safer spot than other ones, as you saw just then, which is actually illegal to pass like that, as far as he did in the slow lane. But that's really it. My main tips are that I would say, people say, you know, get off the handlebars. You know, that's why they're tripping or seeming like they're scary or whatever, and it's just because you're gripping the crap at the handlebars, because you know the wind's going a lot faster than you're used to. You're tripping out because there's an 18-wheeler beside you, whatever. That's true. I was like that. I mean, I was having fun and I was probably speeding and going crazy, but I was gripping the crap out of it, and it makes your arms really tired, and because you just think the wheels are going to go crazy because you're going so fast, or the wind or whatever. One thing that I noticed that was a big advantage for me with that later on are those little hand windscreen things, those hand guards with the little windshields on them. They totally eased up my grip, because if you think about it, it's like the wind is blowing so hard on your hands, it makes your hands feel like you should be like holding real tight, like your hands are gonna fly off the handlebars. But with those little grips, I mean, your hands stay warm with or not the grips, but the little hand shields there on the guards, you don't feel the wind like that. So it's actually really chill. So whatever it takes for you to feel like really chill when you're on it is gonna help out, so then you're not clenching it to death, the grips and all that stuff. So I imagine like having a windshield, I bet that would make it seem like, you know, you're not even on doing that speed or on the highway the way you are. Because if it just feels like that with just my hands, I bet those windshields are pretty tight. So if you're worried about things like that, just make sure you're straight. The other part of it is just make sure you have air in your tires and things like that, because you're probably not going to have the best experience if you haven't been that fast before and you got like 20 in one tire and then 17 pounds in the other tire, and then not enough in the back or something like that, and it's going crazy. You don't have your shocks yet where you want them to be. You don't have the setting for those, different things like that. I mean, you want to make sure you're squared away. If you think you're squared away and you have your air tire pressure to specs, and have everything as comfortable as you need it to be, and you're already a defensive driver, I mean, you should be straight. Just keep those things in mind. Make sure you're going with your traffic, following your laws and everything like that. That's pretty much it. This video, not much of a destination. I pretty much just end it, but I'm going to the Thrill Mouse Moto Riker Garage, aka Kevin's house. I forget what we do on this, but I get there and he's already ready to ride on the ramp. I put that in there. I was just texting him just now that I'm here, and then I hear the garage door open, and you got to check out his little setup here. I think we're going to try to mess with my right wheel. I can run over that. Good? Nice.
Makes it easier to get under and lift it.
Oh. Thrill Mouse Moto Riker Garage. Yeah, Kevin's got all the sweet tools. I just wanted to have a little bit of footage so I can talk some more there. That's my homeboy Eduardo. He's been in another video before on his Buell bike. I forget what size it is, but just to give me some room to talk, we just ride around for a bit. But really, yeah, if you have any tips about that could help some other people out, new riders, future riders, about highway riding and first-time stuff, you can post them in the comments on this, especially if I miss something out. I mean, there's a billion things. Like I said, there's already a bunch of good stuff in the comments of that original post that I was talking about. But to me, it's really just those few things that I was saying. If you're already a good driver and you're doing the right thing, and then you're ready, I wouldn't trip out about it. But it is true about, you know, death gripping it and things like that. And some of the things that I feel that, you know, help that out a lot is just making sure, you know, all your stuff's, and you know, actually I didn't even have my seat the way it should be until like a few weeks ago when we did that Ollie's ride, and we moved it all the way to 5. So that just goes to show, you know, I'm still learning everything. Make sure you're good to go before you start doing things that, you know, you may not be 100% comfortable with. So got more videos coming out. Thanks for watching.